Hi everyone. Very excited to be here at the 8th Foundation Day for Haqdarshak. I started my journey with Haqdarshak about 3.5 years ago, and it has been phenomenal. Before we go into Yojana Card, I want to talk about one important initiative that we've been working on for the last few months. Again, on the back of what some of our HDs दीदी लोगों ने जो बताया ग्राउंड पे परेशानी होती है स्कीम एप्लीकेशंस करने के लिए जानकारी नहीं होती लोगों को okay. All right, so people do not know about schemes that well, right? There's a lot of friction in the whole process of availing the scheme even after you tell them about the scheme, right? So the Haqdarshak model, the assisted model that we have today, we've tried some customer facing channels as well. I think as we reach this milestone, as we reach the first 5 million customers, and as Aniket was talking about, if we have to reach 100 million, the approach we take, the way we approach the solution to this problem has to be very different. And looking at how we are seeing a lot of, innovative way of solving for these population scale problems using public infrastructure, digital public infrastructure. One of the initiatives that we've been working with some of our partners and colleagues is how do you create a more open network based scheme or welfare delivery infrastructure. So one of the first steps in that is how do you make schemes more discoverable. I think there has been a lot of conversation in the last few months in terms of what are current problems in scheme discovery and not just discovery but also in being able to avail the schemes. We are at the first step where we are saying that let's look at first solving the discovery. How do you reduce the information gap? And we are working with our colleagues in the Beacon Foundation. Some of you may know that Beacon has been the underlying powering protocol for platforms like ONDC, ONEST, both of which we are also working very closely with in terms of either participating in the network as a network participant or supporting with onboarding ONDC. We've been trying to collaborate there as well. So the goal immediately for us as a first step is to leverage Beacon to design a discovery protocol where scheme discovery at the appropriate point with the right information becomes available to the customer or the facilitators who are working with the customer. So that is the first sort of problem space that we are trying to work on. Obviously that will expand, and the vision is really, can there be a end-to-end digital public infrastructure that simplifies significantly the welfare access process in the country, right? So obviously it's a long journey. It will be step by step as we take each part of the problem and solve for it. But I just wanted to share that that's a very exciting journey that we have started off with our partners, including Becca and Step Foundation, Societal Thinking, which has been a great mentor to us in this journey in the last few months. Along with that, we have also in parallel been working with a lot of our banking partners. So as Aniket was talking about, that welfare is really a starting step where the customer starts, and the end goal is for us to really bring them into a mainstream. So how do you help them traverse that upward pathway towards mainstream financial inclusion, mainstream economies, where welfare acts as a supporting pillar through that journey in their life. So one of the products that we've been working on is the Yojana Card. I will speak about the Yojana Card a little in terms of what the card is conceptually. What is it trying to do? So the intention is to have a unique, one of its kind product where social security and financial inclusion are available to the customer through the same channel. It's a QR based solution. The idea is QRs are easy, ubiquitous, people know how to use them. Learning curves are easier to navigate. So it will be a social security card linked to a bank account. So we right now have a product in the market which looks like this. About 12,000 customers already have this. This is not a bank linked product. This is right now the part of the solution where the QR is linked to the customer's profile. They can see what their eligible schemes are. They can identify what other schemes they can avail of just by scanning the QR and updating any of their information. And the next version that we're hoping to launch in maybe hopefully next week is linked to a bank account. So the card will be linked to a savings bank account, seeded Aadhaar seeded bank account, because all social security benefits can only come in a Aadhaar seeded bank account. And the intention or the sort of vision for the Yojana card is really for it to be a means for the customer to access welfare and financial inclusion in a very, very easy, simple way, anytime, anywhere. So, as long as they show the card, any Haqdarshak agent, any other touch point, our partners, the ecosystem, the end vision is that the ecosystem is able to support that customer just by knowing the card and the details of that customer using their social credentials that will be available via the card. Um, uh, just just fundamentally the thought process is that the card, as I was saying, is linked to a savings bank account, and the intent is that it becomes a conduit for all kind of social security, identity, social credentials like documentation like an income or a caste certificate, as well as financial services that the customer can avail using a single channel. So the savings bank account will be the conduit for not just welfare but also financial inclusion as the customer moves upwards in their journey towards better mainstream access to products and services from the banking or other formal economy providers. This becomes their way of managing everything in one place instead of going and having sort of different footprints for different kind of solutions. So that's the vision. The bank linked card, as of now, we have a partnership with Mastercard, and we will be launching a card with Mastercard and a couple of our banking partners. We'll share more in terms of what the features of that first version of the card are going to be. The aspiration is to have variations of the card which are more tailored and specific to the customer needs. So a micro business may have a card that is more the features associated with the card, the products and solutions associated with the card will be more tailored towards what a micro business needs versus what a farmer may need, where the needs could be very different. Associated with this card is also a very, very robust customer facing platform that we're in the process of building. Uh, Obviously, with the kind of spectrum of technology usage and technology readiness that we have in the country, the aspiration is that over the next few months we build channels of customer interaction, customer awareness, which range from low tech voice based solutions to somebody who's a little bit more digitally savvy. Can they have an app or a web portal based access to some of these services and solutions to be able to help themselves or find some assistance through the agent network or the partner network that we'll be working with. um, I will hand it over to Prakash to share a little bit more in terms of the field insights on what has been the customer feedback, what have been sort of some of our learnings as we have issued these first 10, 12,000 cards. And hopefully, as we have more interactions over the next few months, we'll be able to talk more about what we are seeing in terms of the customer feedback for the bank linked Yojana card as well. That is something we'll be able to launch this month and then do some early testing and start rolling out that product also to our customers. Prakash, over to you. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Savita. So, hi, good afternoon, everyone. So, first of all, I would say that with my experience, I had around 2+ years of experience at Haqdarshak, and I found this organization very beautiful on part of culture and on part of community service. So when I talk about Yojana card, so I see the one of the best platform to access social security schemes, government schemes, and the only platform which is somebody can hold in his hand. A physical entity in one can have that sitting at home, he can anytime see that what kind of eligible scheme basket or document I have, and I can access. And the uh, service delivery is at his doorstep. So, because I work in operation with the remotest location, so I call this Yojana card as a Yojana ATM card. Like from ATM, you withdraw money, through Yojana card, you withdraw the schemes benefited for you or meant for you. So I call it a Yojana ATM card. So that if you have it, you can withdraw all the schemes like whatever amount of money you have in your account, you can withdraw. Like whatever amount of schemes you have in this basket, you can withdraw. So one fact is that. The second fact is the accessibility and adaptability to the rural or the most marginalized community is very acceptable on the ground, because we have our, like you have interacted with the beautiful Haqdarshak agent, the kind of dedication, passion they are having on the ground. So they are always ready to serve them. And through our experience, we feel that like earlier one citizen, or what I call customer, he is only going to any CSC or Jan Seva Kendra for, like, I need a income certificate, I need a like domicile certificate, I need pension. So I had a specific requirement, I went there and I got my services. But when a customer comes to us, he need one document or service, but he also need, there are 50, 60 other schemes or document services available which he can access. And what we say that it is a one-time fee and lifetime benefit. So only once you need to pay the money for this card, and the benefit of this card you can avail till you have it in your hand. Otherwise, you have to pay lost and replacement fee also. So it's one-time fee and lifetime benefit. The second thing is you don't need to go anywhere in the market, like compromising with your daily work. Like most of the people, they are daily wage workers. They have to compromise full day for getting any schemes. So you save time, you save money in the terms, like you will go, you will have some expenses in your transportation, you will spend around 3 to 4 hours or sometimes the full day for getting one application done. And you will be paying extra money to any like third party service channel. Or sometimes I will give one example also, that additional over and above cost than government fee. So I will give one example, because we have initiated this in Uttar Pradesh. So we had one farmer whose PM eKYC was not done because of this COVID. PM eKYC was mandatory, and from last 2 years he was not getting his EMIs, that kisht from the government. So when he reached out to government officer or the local service provider, they asked him that I will take your first EMI, which is amount 3,000 rupees. But that when that customer came to contact with our Haqdarshak, he said that we have that fixed charges like 100 rupees and we will get it done. So he took the card, he got enrollment for this PM eKYC, and we got that where that service was stuck, like whether it is a documentation error, whether it is a land record error, and we got it sorted within this 100 rupees, and all the effort and licensing was done on behalf of our team members. That citizen, he need not worry that I should roam around to the offices, different offices. I will be like scolded or thrown away from the office, because which generally the government office works. So within 100 rupees cost, he got its service at his doorstep, and now he is getting his regular payment through PM eKYC. That was the one example. And one very recent example which last month happened, we had a customer for Yena Card. We have given him Ayushman card. So recently, last month, he got an this heart valve replacement. So through that Yojana card, he got benefit of 2.4 lakh rupees treatment for that operation. Only why? Because he has got that Ayushman card and the services. So we are reaching out to the remotest location where no one has think of, because we see there is lot of potential in rural market where the information gap is very much. The most important factor now is accessing the government welfare scheme is the information gap and service accessibility. First thing, when we reach out to the any rural community, they say, I don't know what kind of schemes are there for me and what kind of document benefit like a scholarship, Shamyogi, Mandan, Ayushman. So many people, they are not aware. So our agents are first bridging that gap, information gap, and then providing them accessibility to a platform which we call Yojana Card, so that they can access whatever schemes are meant for them, they can easily avail them through it. And with the reasonable cost, that is not, we are not charging very high. And it is saving time, doorstep delivery, easy to access, and 24/7 if I am sitting at night, he just scan the QR code, he can see his profile. That, oh, this scheme is, or this is the new scheme, it came for me, I will access it. He will just book tap. There is a tab, book a Haqdarshak when you open QR code. So he just click on book a Haqdarshak tab, and the message will go to Haqdarshak agent, and he will come to serve that customer at his doorstep. So this kind of easy access we have provided on ground. Currently, we have piloted in around 3-4 states. We have got very good results, and we are planning to have a large expansion. So I think that product is very good, and it is the need of community very much, because many community, they don't have that physical identity where they can get all the information recorded. They can get all the scheme eligibility information in their hand anytime when they want. So that is the best thing I found this in loyalty card. That's why it's for me it's Yojana ATM card. Yeah, thank you.